Namaste, and welcome to this Sangha of Being Hangout. So I don't know. Oh, hold on. I have my YouTube. So I felt like yesterday we were like a bit mysterious because we just kind of started and we didn't say anything like about what we're doing here or anything. So we know, but maybe like if someone just like came across this video, they'd be like, "What is going on here?" But actually, we don't really know what's going on. So, Shanti, if you know, you can enlighten. But basically, like, we're all in satsang together, and satsang is like where we're looking at our true nature and um, just like really recognizing the truth that's here all the time and not like living as a lie or living as like believing that we're an idea. So that's kind of what's in all of our hearts. And we're not particularly here to share satsang. We're not here to um, talk about anything else either. So really, we're just here to be together. And this is what I feel, but I'm not really sure if it's right or not. And also, if any of us have any like doubts or confusion or anything like that, then we can just like bring it to the Sangha and we can talk together to clear any doubts or any confusion that might be there. So in a way, it's a little bit like satsang, but it's like a group satsang without having a guru, but more that it's not that we don't have a guru, it's that the guru is in our heart, which is what any guru would be pointing to anyway. So it's like the guru is in each one of us. So we're not really here to speak about anything, but we might end up speaking about it. And so that's my idea of what a Sangha hangout is, but I'm not sure if that's like the right thing or not. But that's what I feel it is. But we're basically just here together to um just to be in truth together and just to be in presence and to not give any reality to any ideas of unreality. So, namaste, Gurmeet. Very happy. Or Guru Jyoti. Guru Jyoti. Namaste, Guru Jyoti. And Randir. So anybody who is here in the Hangout, or if anyone is watching on YouTube, you can come into the Hangout and you can speak, or you can type something if you want to. Otherwise, we'll probably just be quiet together unless something comes. And somehow it seems that like when we join together with um the same truth in our heart and the same focus, then somehow the presence can feel like stronger. And if there is any like doubt or confusion, just to be in like this field of presence, they will all just like dissolve by themselves without even doing anything to. And in a way, you can say that we're just here for like nothing at all. We're not like trying to get anything or do anything or anything at all. We're just here. We're like enjoying the here-ness of being here together. And it's like everything somehow, it's like very enjoyable when we're sharing that. And we're sharing it by just being here together. We're not like giving each other anything because we can't give each other anything. We're just being together. Mm. Hi, Nelly. Mhm.
Hello, Ambaji.
Mhm. Oh, namaste, Guru Jyot.
Namaste.
Mhm. Very happy to see you. Mhm.
I want to say you something.
Okay.
From few days, I try to sit alone in silence. But when I sit and try some emotions like sadness, crying is coming.
Mm.
And I am scared from these emotions. And so I'm not sit like silent, not something, some memories from my past coming into my mind irritate me. I frustrate from these. And last week, when I'm too much frustrated, I take some medicines. I like that situation in which I'm not understanding anything. I'm not able to speak in English, but I tried my best.
No, you did very well. I understood you very well. But there's something echoing, so I need to just unmute and then speak it. So I can just say whatever comes, and if anybody else who's here would like to share something with you, then they also can. Um, but actually, it's very good that you're not understanding anything, and you don't need to understand anything at all. And any like emotions or memories or thoughts or anything that are coming, they can't hurt you or they can't like touch you in any way at all. So there's no need to be afraid of them. And if you feel like some like fear or like that you don't want to feel these things and you wish they wouldn't be there or something, you can consider that as one of those like emotions as well. And just like allow everything to be exactly as it is. because this what satsang is all about is about recognizing your true nature, and your true nature is what's recognizing all of this. And in some sense, like maybe for like many years in our lives, there was lots of like emotions, and we didn't allow ourselves to feel them. So now when like there's like more space, because we're like less afraid to look and less afraid to just like allow everything to be as it is. And we're not like focusing in on one point anymore. We're being like, you could say like we're being like more like the bigger space that we truly are. Then all of these like emotions are allowed. Um, so anything that like has not been allowed will come up, and it's just coming up like so it can leave again. Like this is a really stupid example, okay? And I'm not like really good at examples, but it just popped into my head, so I'm just gonna say it. You know, like if you eat lots of like um kind of bad food or something, okay? Like if you eat lots of greasy food, then sometimes you get like little spots. Maybe you might get like little spots on your face or something, and it just means that it's like actually coming out. So it's not like you're gonna have like spots forever, but like because anything that you put in, it has to come out again because it's not gonna stay there. So nothing, none of those emotions or none of those memories, nothing is going to stay with you like forever. Because what you are doesn't actually hold anything at all. It's just everything is passing through. So now when you're allowing everything, it's just like a little pimple or something. So when you just like allow it, it's just going to go and disappear, and then you'll have like clear skin or like clear slate. But actually, that clearness is there already underneath. I don't know if that makes any sense or means anything. Does okay. Do you know what, as well? Um, there was a video on YouTube the other day, and I didn't watch it, but the title of it was something along the lines of "There's no need to be afraid of fear." And actually, there's just like no need to be afraid of anything at all, but especially fear. It's like somehow when fear comes, we believe it. We believe that there's something to fear, but actually, there's absolutely nothing to fear because nothing can touch you, nothing can harm you, nothing can affect you in any way whatsoever. So, whatever the emotion is and however like intense the fear might be, just like allow it to be there. Like if you, for example, if you're in some place where you can sit quietly and you know that like no one's going to disturb you, okay? So maybe like you're in your bedroom or something, okay? And you shut the door or lock the door. So you know like nothing around is gonna come, and you just sit in a chair, and maybe you might have the idea that some like when you sit quiet some fear will come, but just sit with the trust that whatever fear will come, it's just like some energy arising and some like ideas in your mind, and actually it does nothing. It just can't touch it at all. And even if you just sit with that, if you're willing to face your fear even once, that'll be enough, and you'll realize that it just can't touch you. Because somehow when you just hear people telling you, even if everybody in the world told you the same thing, like there's nothing to be afraid of, and um you're like untouched and pure and everything, but like you have to see it for yourself, because everyone telling you what can't like do it for you. It has to be your own experience, but somehow everyone telling you can give you the courage to actually face it as well. So I don't know if Guru Jyoti is still here. because everybody else. You want to say something, Shanti?
My daughter disturbs me.
Oh. Hmm.
I don't know why I'm not speak like free.
In what way are you not free?
Even when I go to doctor and talk with him, I'm not able to talk with doctor. Only sit silently. हिम्मत ही नहीं हो पाती कि कुछ कह पाऊँ.
You know what? If you want to speak anything, and you feel like you can't express it in English, you can express it in your own language. And it might be that, like, I don't understand in my mind, but my heart will understand. And it'll be good for you to just, like, expose whatever is there. So you can just speak whatever you want, whatever language you want.
मम्मा प्लीज दो नहीं बोला जाता, मुझसे बात नहीं हो पाती. पता ही नहीं, मैं नहीं कर पाती अपनी बात.
Everything is okay, my love. Everything is passing. You don't need to fight anything, and there's absolutely nothing wrong with crying, and nothing wrong with feeling fear, nothing wrong with feeling any emotion. And everybody who's ever, like, walked through the earth has felt all of these emotions just the same. So we just don't have to fight anything.
I want to join the retreat, but how? I don't know.
You're welcome. You don't need to know how.
Sadir
Shiv can
Bear
help you.
Mer
Kapil.
Soros
Ask Kapil to help
Jack
you.
Mimos Opposite Van in my
Your brother says your daughters are very small. How can you tell?
wow
Okay. सब कुछ अनंता जी के पास छोड़ देते हैं.
Father is right with you in your heart, and all is
Nothing
good.
is in her hand. Okay, thank you.
Thank you,
I
my love.
have to leave because my daughter disturbs me.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
मम्मा ये थोड़ी देर फोन दे दो फोन दे दो.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes.
Thank you for the bat food clear face example. It was really, really cute.
That's such a funny thing.
I enjoyed it. So true.
Yeah.
And for so long I'm suffering. The imaginary spots in my face thinking it will never go away. I'm so happy today that this is taking place. So happy.
You're welcome to share anything, like anything at all, because this is for you and for us to just like to be together and to share anything that's in your heart that you want to share, or if you're feeling like you're contemplating anything, or if you have any doubts or anything, you can like clear them here. And sometimes we just need to say something out loud, just to say it out loud, and then it's gone. I've often felt like that, so this is a good place to do that.
Yes, I think just gratitude. This new job came up only part-time. I went this morning and it's so nice because it's boring. It's like doesn't it's so boring. There's no not exciting. There's nothing really, no big deal.
Mm,
And there's so much peace in this. And I think consciousness has given me this because so I don't have to make up some stories in my head about some exciting work or some exciting future.
mm,
And just this sense of an associated awareness that for so long I was associating awareness with something like with the Sangha or with Father
mm,
or spiritual music or with meditation.
mm.
And now that I'm here early hours in the morning in buses in London, no problem, nothing, just nothing.
Mm,
And, and it's freedom from trying to do this, from trying to do awareness, from trying to do spiritual something, from trying to do the imaginary one who's not at the source,
mm,
who's separate, was imagining to do something to get there,
mm,
is like seen now. So life is in its completeness as
mm,
it is, with work, family shouting. It doesn't matter. just, just this is not affected. It's not happening here.
mm,
So happy.
mm.
Thank you for allowing me to share.
Yeah, thank you for sharing. Are you on it like a train?
I'm on a bus, yes, going back home. And there's more freedom connecting with people. There's more people interaction because the I who might get it wrong or get rejected doesn't make sense. Or the I who might lose this doesn't
Mm.
make sense either. As I'm keeping this or I'm not aware, it's not like
Mm.
I'm aware and then I'm not aware. Just grateful for freedom.
Mm.
So great.
It's like so many people are like either knowingly or unknowingly searching for peace. And it's like when you don't search, then peace is just here. And it's only like the like seeming search, like trying to find it everywhere or trying to look for something that seems to like cover up the peace that's just here. It's very funny actually. Like I feel like it would be hard for anybody to deny that just like this moment without like believing some thought that comes, then how could this moment be any better than it is? Because it seems like somehow we're like going around looking to like make things better or something. But actually, if you actually just look and in this moment, everything is completely perfect, like for everyone. And you can't just believe me. Don't believe anything, just look and see. It's like it doesn't matter what comes next or what doesn't come next, or it doesn't matter if anything comes next at all, because right now it's just so like just perfect. I just have to say something just to kind of say it out loud. It's kind of like a contemplation or something, because and it might be just nonsense, I don't know. But the last like while ago, like I don't know, the last some amount of time, I often wake up at certain times, like in the morning or at night or something. And when I wake up, there's this kind of, it's kind of like when you wake up, lots of memories come. It seems like that, okay? But there's a sense that when I wake up, there's like a kind of a knowing that there has been like no time at all. Because when you're in like deep sleep, nothing happened. But at the same time, it's just like I was kind of wondering about it because I woke up last night with that feeling of like that there had been timelessness, like, and I had no, just like that there was no time. But then I felt like that actually timelessness is just an idea, is it? Because that idea of timelessness arose only when I woke up, because it wasn't there. You could say if there was like timelessness there, then I wasn't like thinking about timelessness. So the idea of timelessness is just an idea, is it? And somehow I don't know, it's nice kind of contemplation because there is a sense that there's like a feeling that there had been like timelessness, but actually like there's no time or timelessness. So I just had to say that out loud. Namaste, Ambika. You look different today. Your hair is different.
I got a haircut this morning.
Oh, it's very nice. So I was just saying, like at the beginning, when we started, that we were being like very mysterious yesterday because we just kind of started and we didn't say anything about like what is this or anything. Okay, so today I said a few things, but like you can say something if you want because like we know what we're here for or what we're not really here for anything. But like we know what's going on. But if someone stumbled across this video, they wouldn't have a clue like what's going on because we just kept going like we were talking about it and all, but we were just being like completely mysterious. Um, so today I was just saying that all of us who come here are like obviously Sangha of being, but like that we go to satsang together, and satsang is like just looking and the recognition of the truth within our hearts. So what is like changeless within us. So when we come here together for the Sangha of being, or Sangha of being Hangout, yeah, because I wasn't actually really sure what it is or why we're here. So I felt like it's just like that we're here together purely, first of all, purely just to be together. But then if we have any like doubts or confusions or contemplations or anything at all like that, that we can bring it here together. Because we have that same like truth in our heart. And in some way it's like satsang, only that we don't have like a physical guru, but instead that the guru is in each of our hearts, which is what satsang is pointing to all the time anyway. So like the master is inside all of us and actually is the truth of who we all are. So that was my idea about what Sangha of being hangout is. So if you have anything to add, or if I'm completely wrong, then you can tell. And actually, like, we're just kind of here for nothing as well, because we don't want to get anything and we don't want to give anything either, but just that we just enjoy. It's like somehow when you come together with others who have like the same kind of focus, you can say, in their heart, or just the same truth in their heart, then you can just enjoy the presence of each other. And that's all. So not even that we're here to enjoy the presence of each other, because it's where we don't even know why we're here. But if we were to pretend that we know, we could say we're here to enjoy each other's presence. You're welcome to like say whatever you feel that this is, because if you want to.
Yeah, don't know why I'm here, but it's nice to be here because
Mm.
when we're here together, it's so silent somehow.
Mm. Nikhil is also joining us on YouTube. I don't know why it's echoey today. Namaste, Nicholas. I think it's funny that like Amba and Ambika are here. I don't know why, because like it's like I don't know. It's just entertaining because like we're one in heart and one in name. So, same. Amba and Ambika are the same name. They're just like different forms of the same name. Actually, all the names are different forms of the same name, but they sound the same. Unknown joined. Namaste. Unknown. Oh, it's around there. I'm Petri. I'm Petri.
You guys having fun?
Hmm?
Thank you. Yeah, thanks. Just got my chai. Are you talking about anything
No.
important?
Well, yes, very important. You're welcome to say anything that you want. We're actually not really saying anything at all.
Okay.
But if you want to, like,
I
if
see.
anything comes to say, then you're welcome to.
Can I say?
Yes, please do.
Can I say, Amba?
Yes,
Can you hear me?
yes.
Love is all there is, honey. Yeah. Love is all there is.
Mm.
Enjoying. Yeah.
I read a nice, I read a nice
So
quote
much.
on Facebook today that it said, it was like a Byron Katie quote, and it said something along the lines of, actually, I'm really bad at remembering things exactly, but it said something along the lines of when we're not interpreting, when we're not interpreting the moment, then love is just here. Because when you're not interpreting, then love just like arises naturally. I should find it for the exact words.
Did you want something else? No. As of now, no. I'm sorry if you're distracted, but the waitresses were. We're ordering tea, masala chai. No, I don't have it. Amba. Hi everyone. Love you guys. Love you.
Love you. Love you.
Let's see you. Whoosh, it comes. Amba.
Hmm?
Let's see the. When I see you, love comes. Whoosh. uh, uh, mm. Uh, so happy. Uh, 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 what? I thought we might go and get what? It's will you? Oh, that's a good idea, huh? I get it. Can you hear good?
No, we can't hear you.
Okay. Okay. You get the what? The headset.
Okay, I'm just gonna put it on mute for a second, okay? Because there's like funny noise until you're talking. Okay?
Say again.
I said I'm just gonna put you on mute for a second until you plug in your headset.
Yeah. Okay. 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 Okay.
Or actually, you might. Oh, there. Okay. So,
Hi, Amber, can you hear me?
yes,
Yes?
yes, very well.
Okay. Um, I don't really have very much to say this morning. Well, I guess like most times, I just don't, I'm not moved to contribute in verbally, but to listen to you and to others, but especially as you were speaking with Guru Jyoti and whenever you speak, I hear Father's voice, I hear the inner Guru's voice, and I just say yes. It's just so beautiful, and I feel I couldn't contribute more than that. So I'm just so happy to listen, and if ever there's a feeling that something needs to be said, then it'll be said. But in the meantime, it's so beautiful to hear you, and thank you for just making this happen. It's
Thank
great to
you.
be with everyone that shows up here and whoever else is listening on YouTube. It's like a family, and I miss you all from the time that we haven't had the hangouts. It's been a bit lonely.
Yeah.
You're all here, but it's nice to see you and to hear you and be with you like this. So thank you, Amba, and thank you, everyone. Love you.
Thank you, my dear. And we don't actually have to say anything at all. So like I'm very like happy that you're here, as I'm sure everyone is very happy that you're here, and your presence is enough. Words are like nothing at all.
I
And
just feel like you are speaking for me, and as me, and as
yeah,
all of us. So
yeah. We're all
yes.
one. All one.
If something moves to say something, it will. But for now, I'll just be here and hold you all in my heart.
Thank you. There was like a big time delay between your voice and your video. Thank you. And I just want to say as well, and maybe I'm saying this like just for my own benefit as well, but like just like anything at all that we want to say, we can say, and there's no like right thing to say or wrong thing to say. Just anything that comes in your heart that you feel like you want to speak, then we're welcome. And it's just very beautiful to have a space to share, because somehow like typing is one thing, if we're in like Sangha chai shop or something, but speaking is hi Andrew. I have to put you on mute because it's like it was like somehow speaking is easier because it can just flow out like that. But like you said, there's no need to speak anything about. And actually, sometimes it's just good to like speak the wrong thing because there is no wrong thing. Because like we don't need to censor ourselves in any way whatsoever. So you don't need to like censor yourself in words or actions or anything at all because um freedom is like the whole like manifest world has freedom of expression. So whether it's like freedom of like the expression of this body here and but also freedom of like all the expressions. So like everything is allowed basically. You can't really say that there's anything wrong with any of it at all. Hi Andre, if you want to share anything, you're welcome.
Do you hear me? Am I mute or?
Yeah, no, we hear
Oh yes, I had to push. I'm such an idiot in these things.
you.
I'm constantly looking. No, I'm just listening to you.
Yeah, well,
Yeah, what's there to share? Words, like you just said.
yeah.
Sometimes I feel I'm a talker, but more and more the talks without words are the best.
Yeah.
Just be,
Mm,
share the energy, be together
mm,
without form. It's all love. It's also beautiful.
mm.
It's dying. I love you.
Love
Oh,
you too.
all by the way, even if you say this from I love you, I mean only the you. I mean there is no you or me or
Yeah, but that's the beauty of having a voice is that you can say I love you.
yes, 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 yes. But I think there is a stage that you're still surprised by it. A new life, a new experience, you're like a baby. I am sometimes.
Yeah.
Newborn baby. Everything is new and strange and yes.
I read some nice thing. I probably won't be able to find it now. Let's see. You're just reminding me of it. It's like a prayer in this Moody book. Hold on.
I'm have all day. Sorry. Is that
Anyway,
Petra there on the left? Yeah,
what?
it's Petra on the left or not? I
What?
don't see you between your hair. I only see hair. Yes, now I see.
Oh, anyway, I can't find the words now, but
Then tell them
Moody,
how they are remembered in your heart.
yeah, Moody had a prayer in this, the Mallet of God, and he said something like something along the lines of, "Beloved Father, thank you for removing the like seemingly so-called sanity and replacing it with your divine madness."
Yes.
And I can totally relate to that because I just like as I'm sure we all can.
Yeah, but I think I think I see more and more when the God is expressing himself. I
Yeah.
mean, the world, it looks like madness.
Yeah.
I mean, but it's a happy madness. But I noticed, I don't know if you recognize that, but um, it also goes with a no from the surroundings you're used at.
And now of the surroundings. What?
Yeah, the friends you had, family. I mean, yeah, the madness and the direction and the way of thinking and uh, don't care about the things most people do not care about.
Yeah.
You care about. I mean, it brings me in a kind of warm isolation.
Mm, mm,
It's more and more difficult to connect,
mm,
but from the other part, that's beauty.
mm,
You get alone. I get alone with self,
mm.
and that's joy.
And that's like the true connection, isn't it? Because you can't be like unconnected. You can't be disconnected because there's actually nothing to be disconnected from.
Yes, on the moment you believe a thought, you get disconnected.
Yeah.
I mean, when you get into the person, and I don't know how it goes with you, but for me, 24 hours a day, he's trying to
Yeah.
to get back in his position.
Mm. I can't really so much relate to those words like about trying to get into the personal because actually there is no person. Like I do understand what you mean, but at the same time I don't. Is that because a person is just an idea. A person means like a person means a belief in a separate individual. And even if there is like some idea arising, I wouldn't give it the reality of even calling it a person. Because an idea might appear and it might suggest that there's like something separate, but I know people do call it a person, but I don't know, I find it hard to use those words really somehow. That's just how it is here.
Um, Everything what comes out of mind or identification with it, or body,
Yeah,
or sensations, or feelings, I
yeah,
mean, they don't exist.
yeah.
It's just, but it's a joke.
Here, look, I
Because
found these words. Can I read them to you?
you identify, there is also immediately a kind of getting. So in this way, the
Mm,
identification with yourself as person
mm.
also every time a kind of waking up.
Yeah,
The result of it.
yeah, yeah,
So it's also something to say thank you for.
yeah. It's beautiful. It's
Each
like
moment you suffer, each moment you think you believe your thoughts.
yeah,
Immediately the response comes.
yeah. It's very beautiful. It's like um Petrie wrote something in like
Oh,
Sangha Petrie.
ah,
He wrote something in Sangha Chai Shop today, or not Sangha Chai Shop, the contemplative space, and he said something. He's here, okay, so he might be able to say it because I'm not very good at remembering things. He said something along the lines of, anyway, the point is that he said everything is here only for you. So everything that is appearing is really just to remind you of of you. Everything is to point you back to yourself. So everything that's appearing, so whether it's appearing as like an idea like in your mind that you don't see, or whether it's appearing as like a manifest
yes.
form, like as a body like speaking something, or as a body acting in some way. But everything is actually just appearing only for you, because actually you're the only one.
They are guides home.
Yeah, everything. And even if you're already like clear and you're already like um yeah, even if you're already completely clear that it's only you, still everything is still just pointing you back to yourself all the time. Like,
Yes, it's all grace.
yeah,
All this, if you want to use the word suffering or identification with, it's all grace.
mm,
Once I got the truth in it all, to use that word, but what's truth? I mean, then it becomes blessing, it becomes grace. The world is grace, you know that. And everything what's in it. It's an illusion, and the illusion is the grace. Brings you home. It's so like I don't know if Rumi said it or Franciscus, but the place you are, it's your home.
Yeah.
When you're looking for, it's here. As long as you look, there is nothing. Here it is, and it's beautiful. With tears, with habits, with everything. It's yeah, the guru inside.
Do you know that saying that people say, they say home is where the heart is?
Yes. But most people who say this means the personal heart.
They probably do. But like
You know
even
what I mean?
if they looked at
Yes,
it even for a second and questioned it even for a second, it would be obvious that like your heart can't be anywhere apart from you. You can never say, "Oh, my heart is like over there or something or there." It's like so you're always home. It's like it's like in the world we say things and we like assume things and we don't question anything at all. Like uh, mostly we do obviously. But it's like even if you question anything at all, like even just like briefly for a second, you can just see through it. That's it. It's just like
need is
question everything.
who is breathing, who is loving, who is peace. I mean, Rupert, what's his name? Spira. I use a little bit his phrase too. From with everything, am I aware? It's the same as what Ananta says from don't believe your next thought. The only moment I experience myself in reality, it's the moment between two thoughts. As soon there is a feeling or a thought or I don't know, something you want to do, then yeah, it's the swinging, it's the game.
But even if there's a thought, even if a thought comes, you're still here the same. So you know the way like lots of people say this, they say I am in the space in between thoughts. But actually
Space.
I know there is like some truth in it, but also you're here also just in the very same way when whether there's like a million thoughts or no thoughts.
Space is in me. I'm not in space. You are in me. I mean, I'm not seeing you. I only can see you because I am you.
Yeah. Can't deny that.
Everything, everything you experience. I mean, it starts with the I who is aware, the I who is here, present in this moment. I mean, when we sleep at night, in deep sleep, and you're not conscious of the I, nothing is there. I mean, it's nothingness. And in this nothingness, everything exists. But so many times it's so nice to look to the things in the nothingness and have joy with it and play with it. And
Yeah, sure, why not? We're doing it right now, right? I said we're doing that right now.
Yes. Yes. Yeah. But it's with everything from reading a book, watching TV, making coffee or tea or whatever. I mean, it's all a beauty. Real life, how it is. If you can, if I look to it as awareness, what I am, but I'm not always aware from the awareness. You know what I mean?
No. If you're not aware from the awareness, then where are you aware from?
I think I'm not aware from the awareness, but better like said like that. And a thought is no reality.
Mm.
But it's also, I think how Moji says. I mean, on the moment you wake up, or you are in that. I mean, attacks are there. The person, the mind, is doing everything to. On the moment you do the good, the bad rise up.
Mm.
The test is there. The destruction is always there.
Mm.
Good, it's all. How I had last somebody, and he was talking about sexuality and evil and everything what's going on in this world. And I'm very open what's happened in this world. I mean, I don't want to live on an island. I want to be aware from. It's all nothingness. It's all an illusion. It's all Maya. But these
I
are
was
gifts.
waiting for a boat.
Eh?
I was waiting for the boat.
The boat?
Because the boat. Because really, like, if you see, or like when you see from like awareness and everything is an illusion and everything is a dream, there's no but.
I don't understand the word but. I think that's your
It's
London.
my accent. It's my accent.
I know you have it.
No one understands when I say those U words.
So say it in English if you.
B-U-T. But.
B-U-T. A but.
But.
The one that thing under your back.
Not that but.
I know, I'm joking. Yes. But there are no buts.
Exactly.
Buts, yeah. What's the but?
Because like awareness doesn't have a problem with any way that the like life wants to play. It
No.
can't have any problem because
That,
it's only awareness. There's nothing there to have any problem.
yes.
But I know that feeling of like I know that you can look and you can see that I'm this awareness, but still that feeling like of like having some problem with something in the world can still arise. But we have to like look beyond it and see that and just like not identify with it because the life will try to make us identify with many different types of things. Like so that is like one thing that is like in the play of life you can say. It's like that life plays like that to try and get us to identify with, yeah, okay, we're awareness and we're pure and we're whole and complete, but what about that war where innocent people are getting killed?
Ooh.
Yeah, exactly. So anything, if there's something arising that says a but anything, but there's a problem with this or but there's a problem with that, it's not like a true thing.
No.
And we just have to like look beyond it and see, yeah, exactly like you say, who. Because like a true who doesn't have any problems with anything. It's only an imagined who. An imagined I can only have a problem.
I was reading yesterday something from Ramana Maharishi, and the question was about the suffering in the world and around you. And he explained that, and he said yes, but everything, it's in the sleeping conditioning. It's there. And for the one who is in sleep, it's reality. For the ones who are awakened, they see it's like the illusion. But the ones who sleep, the ones who suffer, I mean, in this dream, you give the food, you give the shelter, you give the medicine, you feed the hunger. I mean, and these are the same words as Jesus said from the question constantly, are you one with the Father? But from the other part, he says, feed the hungry, visit ones who are in prison. I mean, it's both. It's all. That's why I say before, from the desires, the habits, the emptiness, the moments with no thoughts, the swing movements, I mean, space has no preference for any cloud. It's all in that space. From the most negative until the most cruel, until the most holy. Everything is in the nothingness. And it's a game, it's a play. And it's a beautiful one. But I talk too much.
No, it's really nice. Thank you.
So that's love life. How it is in this moment, with everything in it. It all has a reason, and they are all messages out of grace, out of the love of God for you and me. It's so beautiful when you give your smile. And how is Petra? Or what's your name? I can never remember all the new names.
Ambika.
Ambika. How are you doing? Can she hear me?
Yeah.
Good.
Good? I'm happy to see you, Dutch neighbor.
I'm happy to see you.
Yes.
I haven't seen you for a while.
No, but I didn't know these kind of things. I found it out yesterday. I never heard about
Yeah,
it.
they were here
Um,
yesterday.
yeah, so we only meet on Facebooks in likes and not likes and all that kind of stuff. And the satsangs, I mean, I always watch satsangs, but the times are horrible for me. Like with Ramdas on Saturday morning, for me that's in the middle of the night. I'm just for the first hour in my bed. The same, the new agenda from Ananta. I mean, please, it's in the middle of the night. Beautiful Indian times, but not European times. So I mostly look and see. I see you a lot. In each satsang. But mostly I'm not live there. But I hear all your questions, and I see you. And I love you.
I love you too.
Can I ask you, where do you live in Holland?
No.
No? Madame Secrecy? Madame without pictures? Don't look at me. Put my hair in front. Look to the other side. So beautiful to show yourself. I'm wondering when you are going to shine.
Is she not shining now?
Sometimes, no, I don't see her shining. I see her hiding a lot. Yes. Sometimes you feel an energy. I feel an energy with you, like you. I'm not okay. No
You
love,
know,
not love for yourself.
everything we see is just a reflection of ourselves
Yes.
in some sense. So you can see, like, and of course, like, maybe sometimes people are believing things that aren't true about themselves, but we can see the truth in everyone if we want to. And actually, you can't help it. If you see the truth in yourself, you can't help but to see it in other people. And
Sweetheart,
and anything that's not true will
everyone,
just, like, you can't even see it anymore. And
everything.
if you do, you won't give any reality to it because you don't give reality to the untruth in your own, like, body, mind. So you're definitely not going to give reality to untruth in any other, but like, body, mind as well. So really we have to only be like concerned with what's going on inside ourselves and not be concerned with what goes on inside like seemingly others.
Like you say now,
If you're interested in satsang, I mean, I wouldn't go around saying that to everyone in the world or something. But like if you're truly interested in satsang, then that's what satsang is for. Satsang is just for pointing you back to the truth of who you are. And also the Sangha is like the Sangha is like supportive of that and to just point us back to the truth of who we are. So I hope that, and I
this
say that all of us, we all do that for each other. We all point each other, back to the truth of who we are. So
when I see
yeah.
you, I feel an energy. When I see Ananta, I feel an energy. I see myself in you, in Petra, in all I see. And we are not islands. What I see in another, and in that point I agree with you, I see through my glasses, to the color from my glasses. And every word I speak says something about myself, because I am you and you are me. The way you talk now is talking about separation. You are there, no. What I feel, you feel. What you show on energy is my energy. There is only one consciousness, my dear. We are all one in different forms, but we are one. I feel the other's pain. I feel the other one's happiness. We are one. I am you and you are me. And that's right. But I'm so happy that many times people care about me and let me see things I don't see about myself. That's something to say thank you.
Yeah.
Jesus did it. Buddha did this. Everybody did this. Sadhguru inside is only there in a level in awareness, and not everybody is on your level of awareness.
There's not levels in awareness.
People look for personal attention.
Sorry, I can't help. I have to speak in response because this is what we're here for. And actually, like, there are no levels in awareness, and
Yes, there are.
you could say that there's like seemingly levels in consciousness, but that's just an idea. So
So
in
you are
awareness,
now as 2 years ago.
no, but listen,
5 years.
yes, of course I'm the same because there's no levels in awareness. Awareness is one, and awareness is pure and untouched, and it's always been the same. And there's no like ups and downs or levels, and that's what satsang is for. Satsang is for pointing us to that truth and that like awareness that doesn't change, and it's the same in everyone, and that is what you are, and that is what I am. And there's no levels in this, and any levels can only be, you could say, levels of understanding, and that understanding is within consciousness, and it's a part of the play, but it's not like true.
Understanding
So
or being?
hmm?
Understanding or being?
You can say understanding and being, they're the same thing, because there's only one thing, and that one thing is consciousness.
And that's a name you can give it. Other people will call it.
Yeah.
Other people call it awareness. Other people call it the self.
Yeah, but they're not really levels.
Directions.
Any levels is just an
I
idea.
go on because you don't let me talk, and I don't like when you interfere when I talk. I try to listen to you. You try to listen to me, and then we get somewhere. There are many directions in how people experience this, and with people that's also a wrong word. I mean, but somebody with an Islam background will experience it different as somebody who is well known with Indian Hindu backgrounds, and a Christian or a humanist, or I mean, for everybody is a path, and this path is being and growing into awareness, and that can go by devotion, that can go with believing in form or without form, but they are all paths who lead to the self, to becoming one with what you are and getting out of the illusion. And on the moment you see somebody suffer because he's or she or I or you are holding to something in mind or feelings or body, then it's very good. I think that's love to make it, to name it. Let me say it like this. I hope people do this to me. That shows your care about me. When I make mistakes, and I do a lot, and you keep your mouth shut, then I have a feeling you don't give a shit about me. You live only on your own happy island. Care have to be in practice. It have to be spoken out. We have to share. And this all is in the nothingness. This all is in the space. This is what we just said. This is everything in nothingness. If not, you stay on an island. And no hearts are touched. I mean, we are the light into darkness for darkness. But be that light for the ones who are in darkness, for the ones who doesn't understand. Your language, it's beautiful, my darling, but only for a little group. Not for people who are in sleep and are in lust and are in induction and whatever and are suffering. They get helped on the moment you call the suffering, and you name it, and you spread your arms and you say, come. Like Ananta does, like Ramdas does, like Moji does. Come. I help you to get aware, because you're not aware by nature. That's a growing thing, a gift, a blessing.
Thank you, Maida.
Thank you. So when you do something, when I do so, kick my ass, please.
If you want your ass to be kicked, then you're in the right place. And keep going to satsang, and you'll get everything kicked out of you. If that's what you want.
Every day at least 6 to 8 hours in satsang. There is not 1 hour here without Moji or Ananta or Ramdas or you or all day. It's only satsang. My Ananta's blessing for me was that you may be for 24 hours in satsang. I am. I'm carried and blessed through satsang. But satsang, let me say this about it, satsang has to do nothing for me with Moji or Ananta or with you. Satsang is for me being with the Sadguru. In normal life, that can be by music, that can be by the Pope, that can be with Ananta, that can be by the Bible or Quran. I mean, it's all satsang. Jesus said, where 2 or 3 are in my name together, I am in the middle. Christ consciousness, the consciousness, is here in many, many forms. And on the moment some said, yeah, but it's the Advaita, then I get a little bit, please. It's one way, no more, no less. There are many ways. We say in our country, many roads are, how's the English? Many roads lead to Rome. Many roads. And on the moment you are in presence from, yeah, I call it divinity, than the growing one with divinity. And that's a road, it's a path. That's how I understand Moji. He's not saying the moment from here and no. It needs some exercise, it needs training, it needs growing in awareness until you are the awareness. And in principle, this is also an illusion because there is no growth. You are it. There is nothing to. But still, the mind needs its path to understand it. So the mind is who brings you on a path to go somewhere. It's grace. If I see now to myself how one I experience with Moji or with Ananta as parts of I'm apart from them and they are a part of me. There is no we are friends, we are brothers, we are one soul. But some people, they see it as I have to kiss their feet and separate and devotion and it's all beautiful. All beautiful. Everybody goes his path. I think you started a few years ago with laughing yoga. That was your path?
No, I wouldn't say that.
No, you didn't do that a few years ago?
I run laughter yoga classes, but I wouldn't say it's my path. It has nothing to do with my
No,
path.
I mean the development from a few years ago until you experience now.
Well, I
It's time.
don't really feel like talking about that right now.
How does it work for you then?
Um,
How did it work for you then in practical life?
I have to say that I can't like believe in a becoming because anything that is becoming is not what we are. And
Say now.
like, yeah, I know I can say I can say it now, and of
Say
course,
it 10 years ago. That's what my question. Did
yeah.
you say it
So
5 years
maybe
ago?
a few years ago I would have believed my mind, but that
So
doesn't
there are
mean that I
steps.
was ever my mind.
Yeah, but
Because
so there are steps or not? Are they not steps?
no, there are
No?
no steps. How can there be steps to like what doesn't change? There's no steps.
Scott, I agree totally with you from the point from the awareness you are. But you didn't have been this before. There was a path.
No, this is the thing. It's not that, listen for a sec. It's not that like I became it or that anyone can become awareness. Nobody can become awareness. So what happens is that there's like awareness, which is always the same. And then when awareness comes into existence, you can say, so when awareness comes into existence, there's then the whole world comes as well. And when this whole world comes as well, we get like we confuse ourselves with like the stories that happen in the world. So let's say like 5 years ago or something, or some amount of years ago, um, that consciousness, or just forget like about the story that's there, but like consciousness for some time believed to be something that's not. So if there's any steps, the steps aren't for awareness. The steps are for, you can say like for consciousness to recognize what it truly is, and what it truly is awareness really, because consciousness and awareness are not different from each other. So consciousness doesn't become awareness because consciousness is forever consciousness and it's always the same, and also awareness is always only the same, but it's just that consciousness like it stops confusing itself with what it's not. That's what happens. So there's no like becoming. Nothing becomes anything. It's like how can like something that is unreal become real? That it doesn't ever happen. It's like an imagination and a fantasy. It's a fantasy of an ego that wants to be real. And that's the whole thing that's going on in the world, is that the ego wants to make itself to be real and to be separate, and it's never ever ever going to be true. Because it can't be true. Because how can like just a nothing, it's like nothing, it doesn't even exist. How can something that doesn't exist be real? It can't. So what's real is always real, and it's never not being real. And what's unreal has never existed, ever.
Yes, but I only can, and you too, whatever you say, uh, you can say this and see this and experience this on this moment, in the presence from this moment. But when you fell for the first time in love with your ex-boyfriend, you thought different. You expected to be happy by love. Just a few years ago, the meaning from parents, the meaning from work, the meaning from this is the reality for most people in the world. They don't ever heard about awareness.
Do you know what? I understand exactly what you mean because I remember like a few years ago, I had this idea. It's like, why is it that all the masters they just seemingly forget about everything? They forget about all this like seeking and all, and then they just like speak from that place. But this like it comes from the mind only.
Yeah.
So that's why like Ananta's
But this is
pointing
for
of
people
don't believe
now.
your next thought. That's
But this
but
is
that's
for
why
people
Ananta's pointing
now.
of don't believe your next thought is like the most powerful, potent pointing that I've ever heard. I've never heard anything like better than this
Yes.
because it's only believing in thoughts.
This pointing is my rescue. If not, I had killed myself years ago before.
Yeah.
His pointing is my rescue. He's my savior in this
Mm.
world. So I know very well what you mean with it, and I experience it, and I practice it constantly. But again, um, get out of the island, I think, and this is, and talk the language from the ones who don't know.
But it's not possible because the thing is, the ones who like what I don't know if this is what you're suggesting, but you just can't speak a lie once you see what's true. You can't speak from that point
Yes,
of
but
like
they
a belief in
can't on the
separation
job on
because
his
there is
level.
no such thing. There's no such thing as separation, so you can't then start pretending that there is separation. Like maybe it might happen. It might happen sometimes because of course you have to meet people on their level. But somehow I'm not speaking like that with you and I don't know why, but this is just what's happening. So it's just like that. You can't like go back to even pretending that there is like separate entities because there isn't. Like and the only thing so the world can go on the way it goes on and we can either really pretend or like pretend to pretend that there's
That's
like separation. So
coming
I'm
from.
in this body. You can say I'm in this body and you're in that body, but really what we really are. So even this body is not real. Like so what I am and what you are is the same and it's always been the same. And
Hmm.
yes, like you say, there are many paths and many paths are also very slow. So like the path of Advaita because that's the path that I have been drawn to, and it's what like I'm interested in. It's like the most direct, and it's not even like a path because it just like points beyond all paths, you can
Yes,
say,
without
and it's
words.
it's like the most direct because it's even beyond direct. It's just like pointing to what is here beyond everything, and when we see that, and when we see that we're not separate from that, then everything else becomes completely irrelevant.
Yes,
And
yes,
also completely clear. Is that?
yes. I totally can say amen to that.
Mm.
Uh, uh, but still, and here's my but, and we just said the word but. But I live in this sleeping world with almost only egos. I coming from homosexual background, gay world. Gay world. It's about experience body, lust, materialism, whatever. So most people around me, there is a big distance now because I cannot interact with that anymore.
Mm.
But still, in a way, from self-inquiry, you make contact, but on their level. I cannot use a word consciousness of awareness, but I can ask, what is your action bringing to your life? Are you finding love? Are you finding peace? Are you finding, what is your behavior doing?
Do you know what? We don't need to be concerned with anyone else at all. The only thing, if you're clear in your heart, then you're clear in your
What
heart.
you say now, no, I interfere now, because these words, what you say, yeah, I think it's so against Jesus. It's so against true. It's almost cruel to say it. How can you say this? I really cannot grab that.
If it's complete
It's like
blasphemy,
you
then I'm
are a
happy to say
machine.
it.
I'm only living for myself and my own. No. You are
It's not.
light in the world to light up the darkness. That's why you are here.
Do you know why I'm only living for myself? Because there's only myself and there's only yourself. So I'm
You
pointing
can
you.
say this in this moment, in your awareness, this moment. In
No,
the
but if
present,
you listen,
you in
you have
this
to
moment.
listen, Andre.
I listen.
Listen.
We both have to
Okay.
learn to listen a little bit better, right?
Okay. Okay. um, so if you're completely clear in your heart, then everything else will be completely clear. And if we keep like confusing ourselves with being concerned about like what's going on inside other people, then that's actually like believing that there is another and there is no other. The
No,
whole
I cannot listen to this. I'm sorry. I even feel, do you hear what you are saying?
I'm saying there is no other, there's only you. That's what I'm saying, and
That's
I'm
again
completely clear about this.
your presence, your awareness in this presence. But that doesn't count for 99% of people all over the world. It counts for,
Okay. Okay, so let's just me and you have a conversation, okay? There's a me and a you, okay?
yes, I mean, I am the suffering Syrian refugee child. I am the one who is crucified.
So what are you taking yourself to be then?
Eh?
What are you taking yourself to be? Are you taking yourself to be that body?
Each identification for me with my body is a false identification. But that I can say for myself. But I cannot say for the one who is still sleeping and
But
live
forget about other people.
with
Forget about other
suffering.
people. Forget about other people just right now. You can think about all the other people in a minute, but just right now, when me and you are having a conversation, we'll have the conversation like, who are you taking yourself to be? So if you say you're a Syrian refugee, you know I can't believe you
I,
because I
I,
know that you're not.
I see myself as a part of God. I am
And
God.
what does
I
the part
am.
of God look like?
That's all. I am. That's all.
What does the part of God look like? Did the part of God
I
like
don't
was
know
that
how part of
part
God.
of God
I
is
even don't know how I look. I don't know how God looks. I don't know these things.
so
I
why
can
don't you have a look?
I
Have a
can
look.
experience it, but I cannot see it. A scissor cannot cut himself. A knife cannot cut itself.
You know, just speaking words aren't going to help you.
Eh?
Speaking words won't help you. You need to like look and see because you can't, you're skipping from like half the time you refer to yourself as like awareness and that's good. But like sometimes you're getting confused and confusing yourselves with like stories that are arising in front of you. And as long as you identify with these stories that are arising in front of you, there will be like suffering. And suffering will stop coming when like we stop identifying with what comes in front of us. So if you're really clear that you can't see yourself, then whatever can be seen, it can't be you. So if there's like a Syrian refugee that can be seen, so it can't be you. It's just a story that has appeared. And anything associated with that story, it has appeared. And you don't need to hold on to it anymore. You don't need to hold on to anything.
Your words, how you say, or I do not understand it, but you sound to me as an ice cube. No heart. I don't feel any heart in you right now. I only hear words spoken by somebody else from
Okay.
Advaita movements.
Okay.
I think it's cruel how you talk.
Okay.
And I know you're not cruel. But this is how I experience your words.
Okay.
not caring about the suffering, that you don't identify yourself with the one who suffers, but it's everything I experience, everything I see is coming out of me. It's not me, but it's coming out of me. If I don't see it, like in deep sleep, it's not there.
Hmm.
But I see it. I see the suffering in the world. This was the reason the Buddha took his trip to self-realization, because he started to see the suffering in the world, and the questions came up, what's this?
Hmm.
Jesus let him destroy his own body to say we are not a body. And how much I love you, but I still I don't belong to any religion, not to any. I only belong to myself. But I take the words, how Moji explains Jesus and Christ consciousness, the words from Muhammad, the words from Krishna, I take them very serious. And suffering, again, is a reality in this world, but based on a sleeping consciousness.
Do you know what? I don't know anything about the world. I don't know anything about what goes on in the world.
This is what I call cruel, that you say, I'm not in this world. I'm not from this world.
No, that's not what I'm saying.
Cruel. This is so selfish. When I feel good, when I'm in peace in my mind, when I smile, when I'm happy, when I am knowing the truth, and you step over the one who is next to your front door and is starving from thirst or hunger. I cannot believe this. I don't see this in Ananta. I don't see it in Mochi. I see always love, always giving, always taking care. And I see with a lot of people, I see like they live in a balloon from love and peace, and I say, please get out of this self and give the hungry food. And not only physical food, but wisdom food. Help them to awake. Do something. This is what Ananta is doing. In my eyes, this is what Moji is doing. This was his Jizing is doing, to wake others up. And not stay in your own happy, peaceful, beautiful world. Or experience, or being, or consciousness, or awareness. Because all these things are just words.
They are just words until you look and see. And this beautiful world that's here is what I'm trying to get you to
These are
look and see.
words who have reality for you. But for biggest part in the world, these names, because they are names, have not any value.
Yeah.
I mean,
So, can I ask you something? Can I ask you something, Andrew?
and this has a lot of meaning for people in this Christianity. I mean, if you come from a Hindu background, maybe you call it Atma. If you come from the Advaita, you call it awareness or consciousness or whatever. They are just words. No meaning.
Sure, they are just words.
Yes. And most people don't understand the word consciousness or awareness.
So what word would you like to use?
Lampa talks in satsangs about it. I mean, there is a lot of unclarity about when do you call what awareness or consciousness or... I mean, they are just words. You are, I am, that's all. I am. And each word what comes after the I am...
No problem then.
Yes.
Yeah, so no problem. If you're clear with this, then no problem. So
Yes.
what's the problem?
I am, that's all. And what you are is a light for the ones who are in darkness, and one with God, and not in thoughts, but in experience. You
So,
are God.
so this I am that you are.
And God
Okay.
created form, and God created materia, and the planets, and the universum, and we all have to deal with it. And bring light in darkness. Because this world is in darkness. And that's an illusion, I know, but not for the ones who see it like that.
Well, I wish that the light of I am in you can shine upon the world and bring everyone to this peace.
That's a beautiful prayer. That's, to be honest, I'm happy to say it because this is my prayer every day. Let me die and be a pure instrument. No thoughts, no wishes. Just make me empty, kill me, and let this body be your light in this world to shine for everybody. That's my prayer. But if you only want to shine for a little group of Advaita people, I have problems with it.
Who has problems with that?
Hmm?
Who has problems with that? I am.
I, God,
God has problems.
yes, I believe that. The same as God has
That's,
problems with Islam or Christianity because
if
you
I believed that God had
create
problems, then there would be
another
big
religion.
problems.
You create a religion again. It's I am, nothing else. And I am is a light in darkness, with form and without form. And you are the light for the ones who are in darkness and who suffer. And from your awareness, you can say, but that's only a thought that doesn't exist. But I do not want to talk now about how I or you see it. I'm talking about the one who is unaware, see and experience it. Like we all did years ago or earlier lives. In unawareness, we are unaware. And that there is a little group in this world like you, like me, like Petra, like everybody, who are growing in this awareness and are waking up from the not existing reality. That's such a grace. That's such a gift. That's such a beauty. That's God who comes alive in your body. But spread this light. Please be a light into the people who are in darkness and unaware and who are believing in the suffering. Take their hands and get them out. You don't have to do that in actions, but do it in your prayers and your silent. Your silent.
Okay, we've been here for quite a while now, so I'd like to just thank you for all your talking. I'd like to just like read a poem from this, the Mala of God, or a prayer, and then maybe we can just be like silent together for a few minutes before we finish. Okay, I'm going to mute you. Okay, thank you. I'm just gonna open it on a random page, unless if there's anyone else who wants to share something before we start, before we read this. Oh, unsparing and merciful one, this is an emergency. Do not hesitate for a moment to destroy all evil tendencies in my mind. Crush them mercilessly, so that I may breathe completely in you as you alone. Amen.
Amba,
Yes.
Amba, can I say something?
Yes.
Amba,
Yes, love.
I want to say you are so amazing, Amba. So amazing. I love you.
Thank you.
I love you. Love you.
I love
You're
you
so
too.
amazing, Amba. So amazing.
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, my dear.
Yeah.
Do you want to sing something around here before we finish? Or is that Vedika beside you? Or who is it? Maybe you can't hear me. Hi. Ask Vedika if she wants to sing something. I don't know if they can hear anymore. Okay, does anyone else want to sing anything? I don't think you sing. Andre doesn't want to sing. Shanti, you want to sing? I can't sing right now. Ambika, do you sing? I think you sang one time. Would you like to sing?
Yeah, I never know what to sing. I can sing, but you have to tell me what to sing.
Okay, do you know any just Om Namah
Wait a second.
Shivaya? Oh wait, hold on. Let's see.
Can we all have the mics on at the same time?
Oh, they're going to sing. You can sing too after, okay? If you think of something.
No, there you go. At the same time.
Yes. Is Vedika going to sing? Oh no, we can't all have our microphones on at the same time because it gets really noisy. So I'll have to put my microphone on mute. Okay, you can sing now. I'm gonna mute my microphone, okay?
Is it Ambika or Vedika?
It's ready.
Vedika, Vedika.
Om Namo Bhagavate Shri Ramanaya. 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 Arunachala, 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 Arunachala. Om Namo Bhagavate Shri Ramanaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Shri Ramanaya. Om नमो भगवते श्रीरमणाय ॐ नमो भगवते श्रीरमणाय अरुणाचला 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 ॐ नमो भगवते श्रीरमणाय ॐ नमो भगवते श्रीरमणाय ॐ नमो भगवते श्रीरमणाय ॐ नमो भगवते श्रीरमणाय
Thank you, my dear.
Amba,
Yes.
just looking at you is being being in love. It's so beautiful. So
Same
beautiful.
time.
The light shines on you so powerfully. So powerfully. You can feel it here. You can feel it here, Amba. Yeah. And the joy is there in the heart. You know? So beautiful. And thank you for everyone. Thanks everyone. Thank you for the hangout.
Thank you.
Oh, love you all. Love you so
Thank
much.
you. Thank you to everyone for
Love you
being
so
here.
much. Yeah. Ah,
Thank you to
being in the heart is
huh? Sorry.
I learned this. Being in the heart is to embrace everything.
Yes.
Being in the heart is to embrace everything.
Yes.
It's so beautiful.
Yes.
It's so beautiful. Thank you, Amba,
Thank you.
for showing us. You showed us the way. Thank
Ananta shows us the way.
you. Thank you. Love you, love you, love you, love you, love you, love you.
Thank
Oh.
you to our beloved fathers, Ananta Ji and Muji Ji. And may we stay forever at their feet.
Yeah.
Thank you. Bye, loves.
Yeah.